quiet room, the seeker found an ancient hourglass, its sands glowing faintly like captured sunlight. Each grain seemed to carry a memory, a story, a laugh, a touch, a lesson. As the seeker turned the glass, the sands began to fall. But something remarkable happened. The moments did not vanish. They expanded, revealing the lessons hidden in both joy and sorrow. Time, the seeker realized, is not an enemy to fight, but a river to navigate. The hourglass reminded them that memory is a living thing, and that by paying attention, we can preserve our past while creating space for the present. The seeker traced their fingers along the curves of the glass, feeling a connection to everything that had come before. They understood that remembering is not passive, it is an active practice. Each breath, each step, each pause to notice strengthens the mind's ability to retain what truly matters. By the end, the seeker felt anchored. They could see the flow of time clearly, not as a threat, but as a guide. The hourglass of memory revealed that when we honor our past, we gain control over the present and find the power to shape the future. There comes a moment, just before dawn, when the world holds its breath. The night has not yet surrendered, but the light is already remembering how to rise. In that fragile pause between darkness and day, the past whispers, asking to be seen once more. The traveler stood alone at the edge of the waking horizon. Behind him lay the echoes of all he'd lost. Faces, promises, moments that time had quietly taken. Ahead, the first traces of light shimmered like distant memory trying to return. He wondered if the sun, too, ever looked back before it rose. The air was still, yet heavy with unspoken meaning. Every shadow seemed to reach toward him, not in fear, but in longing. He realized then that dawn was not the start of something new, but the return of everything that had ever been waiting to be remembered. As the light grew, it revealed more than the landscape. It revealed him. The lines on his hands told stories he'd forgotten to tell. The dust on his feet spoke of paths he once promised to follow. Even the silence around him carried the faint rhythm of an unfinished song. Then he heard it, a voice not outside, but within. It said, "Do not run from what has shaped you. The past is not your prison. It is your teacher." The words felt both ancient and familiar, like they had been waiting for him to finally listen. He closed his eyes and let the warmth of the new sun touch his face. Every regret, every missed chance, every fleeting joy, they rose like mist, caught for a moment in the golden light before dissolving into peace. The dawn looked back, not to hold him there, but to remind him. Time is not a straight road. It bends, circles, and breathes. Every beginning carries the memory of what came before. When he opened his eyes, the world was awake, not just around him, but within him. The present no longer felt like a race against the past. It felt like a reunion. And as he stepped forward into the rising day, he carried with him not the weight of yesterday, but its quiet wisdom, a reminder that every sunrise is both a continuation and a return, because the dawn always looks back before it moves ahead. There is a moment, so brief it seems almost invisible, that exists between 1 second and the next. It is not measured by clocks, nor captured by calendars. It is the pause in the heartbeat, the fraction of breath between inhalation and exhalation. This is the season between seconds, and it carries a weight that the mind often forgets to notice. The traveler found himself in this liminal space, standing at the crossroads of what had been and what was about to be. The world moved around him in its relentless rhythm. Birds took flight, leaves danced in the wind, the sun traced its path across the sky. Yet, in that fleeting pause, everything seemed suspended, waiting, holding its breath. It was here that he realized life was not composed solely of hours or days, but of these imperceptible moments that often go unnoticed. Each fraction of time was a seed, a memory, a choice, a breath, a heartbeat. And in that realization came both awe and fear. Awe for the vast potential hidden in the smallest moments, and fear for how easily they slipped away. The season between seconds demanded attention. It asked him to listen, truly listen, to the subtle language of existence. In the quiet, he heard the echo of laughter from years long past, the gentle sigh of promises kept and broken, the soft murmur of hope lingering in unseen corners. These tiny, transient intervals contained more meaning than many lifetimes could hold if left ignored. He closed his eyes and felt the pulse of the universe. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Between each was a space, fragile, fleeting, but filled with infinite possibility. He saw the connections between moments, the invisible threads weaving together beginnings and endings, joy and sorrow, life and death. Time, he realized, was not a river to be crossed or a mountain to be climbed. It was a season, an unfolding rhythm, a dance of impermanence that demanded presence. In that awareness, the traveler discovered a quiet power. To honor the season between seconds was to reclaim life from the tyranny of rush and distraction. It was to find stillness within movement, clarity within chaos, and serenity within uncertainty. The ordinary now shimmered with extraordinary depth. A drop of rain on a leaf, the whisper of wind through branches, the warmth of sunlight on his skin, all became symbols of connection, memory, and mindfulness. He understood, at last, that living fully did not require grand gestures or monumental achievements. It required attention, intention, and surrender to the flow of time's invisible currents. Every moment, no matter how small, carried lessons, beauty, and the potential to heal. When he opened his eyes, the world had returned to its usual tempo, yet he moved differently, lighter, aware, and awake. He carried with him the gift of noticing, the wisdom of pauses, and the quiet joy of being present. For in the season between seconds, he had found a lifetime of insight, a place where the past and future converged, and the present finally made sense. And so, the traveler continued, step by step, breath by breath, carrying the awareness that life's true treasures exist not in the hours, but in the delicate, unmeasured, eternal spaces in between.